Okay, so today I want to talk about a film that is very near and dear to my heart. And it was actually one of the films that got me into wanting to make films when I was older. So it's very special to me. And it's probably very special to a lot of you, as everyone loves this film. It's one of the highest rated on IMDb. And literally it's got 0 negative reviews on that website too. I think it's got like 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. So yeah, it's pretty impressive. It's about the morality of stealing for one's own survival and betraying loved ones to look out for number one. It's a heart-wrenching story about betrayal, love, survival, friendship, and fear. That's right, today I'm talking about Over the Hedge. It was directed by Cary Kirkpatrick and Tim Johnson, with a screenplay by Len Blum. And as you can see, they've made a lot of other stellar films. The film itself juggles with great themes of survival and sacrifice in the incredible format of 3D animation, with the characters being animals being a great metaphor for the divide between the rich and the poor. Now, the plot follows RJ, our main protagonist, who is a raccoon played by none other than Bruce Willis. Now, this is quite the departure from Bruce's other roles as strong, stern, shouty man in action film, as in this one, you feel his performance, you feel the character's emotions, and even with only the medium of voice acting, he conveys so much in only the time of a feature-length film. It's like he's telling the story of a lifetime. Now, the rest of the plot is pretty simple. It's RJ trying to repay his debt from a grizzly bear that he found in the mountains, tried to steal a packet of crisps from, and accidentally destroyed the rest of his sweet collection for hibernation. Now, he does this by persuading unsuspecting animals who are also trying to get food for hibernation to help him steal food from the people who live over the hedge.
Hey, that's the name of the show.
We follow RJ's decisions as he chooses between his new friends and his old debt, and it makes for a very interesting story and climax. Now, nothing evokes as much emotion as the first scene, as that's when we're introduced to RJ and obviously his goals and his aspirations. However, the solemn nature of it, mixed with everything, with the acting, the cinematography, the lighting, and the music, all just blends together perfectly to give you a picture of how hopeless it is for him as a person or a raccoon. The scene in question depicts a sad RJ as he scrambles to try and shake this food out of a vending machine after he spent his last pennies on it, and it just shows how desperate he is, and the vending machine not working, and the defeated look on his face. Bruce Willis's voice is so moving in this scene, and teamed with the cinematography and the lighting, the wide empty shots making him look so small next to the huge empty landscape, and the lighting of the night sky illuminating him, making him feel like a huge shadow is being cast over him for as far as he can see, and he can't see anything through that shadow, like there is no hope of anything getting better. It is not demonstrated any better than this, than when his only option is to venture into the cave of a bear and try and steal from him. That's what a low point he is in his life, that he's willing to risk it all just for a tiny bit of food. And it paints such a heart-wrenching story and wants you to root for this protagonist so much, and instantly gets you invested in the film. The second half really focuses on the social divide aspect of the film, with there being a literal hedge in between the two. The rich people who live in the houses who can afford all the food, and the animals who need the food to survive but can't because other predators have taken it, or the humans are taking up resources, and it's just not good for them at the moment. That really demonstrates how poverty isn't anyone's fault in particular. It's out of control of the people. Things happen and they lead to different things, and it's a huge domino effect, and all of a sudden you're struggling to eat. This also doubles as a commentary about society and how it will destroy something without even trying to see that other side or trying to understand why that is happening, as shown by when the street hires an exterminator to kill the animals without even talking to them. Truly highlights how selfish society is and how people with hardship have to endure so much more hardship and be prosecuted just for not being as wealthy as other people. The entire film culminates in a huge, beautiful spectacle of a finale. RJ attempts to redeem himself by trying to save all the food from the bear and give it to his friends, and it's this beautiful, touching moment where his character has come full circle and he's completed the entire hero's journey. And it's just a moment where you sit back and go, wow, that's a cool raccoon. I wish Bruce Willis had done more roles like this. The story shows that only those who have faced true hardship can understand what it's like for others and help them grow and learn. It shows that you don't need to be the richest person to have the most fulfilling life and to lead the best life you can lead. And it's a beautiful message to end it on, to teach kids and parents alike. And even I cried. I almost cried as much as Liam did at the end of the B movie. In conclusion, it's no wonder this is one of the top-rated films on IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes, because it's just so incredible. The cinematography, screenplay, direction, and soundtrack all mix together so well that they could become a compound with a perfectly tied knot in a ribbon of Bruce Willis. And honestly, all I could say was I wish there was more, because I love this film with my entire heart, and you all probably do as well. So until next time, thank you for listening to my TED Talk.
Oi, tea's ready.